Hey everybody. um, as most everybody knows, there's a lot of interesting things going on in the world. One of those things is the latest attacks in France with the terrorists that shot up Charlie Hebdo magazine in France and Paris. And some of the developments that are coming from that is a distinct top-down rhetoric that's being put out over the airwaves, whether it's radio or TV, the news, whatever. And it's this extreme political and religious rhetoric. People are being divided. And I have to honestly say that kind of shit bothers me. Because it's counterproductive. That's all I got to say about it. It's counterproductive. It ignores a lot of things. It ignores humanity in general. And basically, it just throws everybody in these little boxes. We're being conditioned to think of people in boxes and categories. And that's all by design, because when people are being ramped up to think in terms of warfare, of supporting a war, for whatever reason, they're conditioned to think of people in boxes, to dehumanize them. It's part of a war psychology. And that is a very dangerous mindset to fall prey to. And the reason why that's dangerous is because it's happened before. It's happened in other countries. So you really got to be careful what you fall into. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of us veterans that have been around the world, been in different places, we've seen these groups pop up that oppose our presence being there or whatever. And it doesn't matter what part of the world you're in, they pop up. And they usually fall into these extreme categories with this hateful rhetoric. And usually the motivation is political or religious. I mean, it could be Serbian Orthodox Christians. It could be Jay Shalmati. And what we're seeing here in America is that same rhetoric is being fed to people. Not only to support a new war on terror, kind of a resurgence of that, but you can almost see the battle lines being drawn. You can almost see people falling for these extreme political or religious ideologies, because that's what's being pushed. People are being divided into those camps, whether it's a racist ideology or a religious ideology or extreme political ideology. They're all being pushed. So it's like, where do you go? And that's a very real danger. And that's just something I don't want to be a part of, But I could foresee that becoming a real problem in the future. Because whether we like it or not, the stage is being set for World War III. And we're going to have to start thinking about those things, And just with my military background, it became critical to know what your surroundings were, what type of political or religious movements are in the area, because those are going to be the problem children that you're going to have to worry about. And the same holds true for here in America right now. There's a very real possibility of that being a problem in the future. So that's what I like to key in on, is that human intelligence factor, of what to look out for. So, whatever you're preparing for in the future, whether it's mentally or physically or whatever, security wise, you got to pay attention to that. Because not only do you not want to be a part of that, because that's going to be painted as a dangerous group to fall into, or whether you just want to be isolated from that, you got to pay attention to it. You can't just ignore it and put your head in the sand and say that it's not a threat to your life, because in some way or form it's going to be. But yeah, I don't know. I thought I'd just say something about that. After watching one of my subscriptions, and basically their memories that they were sharing about their deployments and stuff, that kind of spurred me to make this video. So I don't know what you're going to get from it, but that's just my take on this whole thing right now. Yeah. Needless to say, I'm kind of disappointed with the rhetoric that people are falling for. And I found myself today, as a result of that, unsubscribing from a lot of people because they're falling for it, or they're promoting racial, religious, and political hatred. And I'm just getting tired of it. So, if you don't like what I have to say, feel free to unsubscribe. If you find some merit in what I'm saying, and enjoy whatever videos I have yet to put out, for as long as I can put them out. But with that in mind, stay safe. Watch what's going on around you, and watch what's going on around the world, because things are starting to get hairy. Anyway, I'll talk to everybody later. Have a great day. Bye.